Hello and welcome. I'm back in San Francisco, just now, and I'm joined by Travis, who's doing all the camera work and the fancy stuff. Hello, Travis.
Hey there.
Hello, he's there.
I'll be there in a moment.
You'll be here. Alison Prince, who you probably don't know yet. I'm going to say hello to Alison.
Hello.
Hello, she's there. So I've just been, what's the word, mocking her about her not coming to my presentation on Google Plus. Standard stuff. And so mark them off. But so that's the second year I saw her there. We only saw each other for like a total of about 5 minutes this time. But myself and Alison have been talking about her brand, and you guys need to know something. She's super, super, super successful. And a lovely person as well. But she's got something that the community doesn't necessarily have a perspective on as yet, which is how to create successful e-commerce sites. And when I say successful, pickyourplum.com is a multi-million-dollar business. Alison's giving a thumbs up. Really cool site, and it's got some affiliates things, which I want to touch on as well. Not for you to be an affiliate, but I want to understand the business model and how Alison's sort of made this very much a community-based business for people. There's that, but also howdoesshe.com as well. Now, howdoesshe.com's got, what, 500,000 followers on Google+, but on Facebook, we're talking millions. And millions of visitors and things. So she's really doing good things. She's got a mentorship program. Her website, and we'll give this to you, is alisonjprince.com. I'm going to have a conversation with her in a second. We're also going to do the shout-outs, all being well. And we've got some tips for you, and then we're back in the groove. 30-minute show. Welcome, Alison. How are you?
Thanks for having me, Martin. And Travis. Good, I'm great. How are you?
Doing fine.
Good.
Doing fine. So, do you want to let people know who you are, what you do? Now that I've said a bit of it, but you can say more.
Okay, so where are all these people? Can I see them?
No, you can't. They're on the event, but I can bring them in and say hello. They're just watching. They're looking at you. Hello, Tanya and Dave and Karen and Tim. Everyone's watching.
Hi, guys. I'm excited to see your faces, so when I see you at the social media conference, I can put a name with a face. I'll start back a little bit earlier. I'm a mom. I have 4 children and a wonderful husband, and he is a physical therapist, actually a retired physical therapist now. But what happened was I was stay at home and I wanted to figure out how to make money to help pay off student loans and just have a little extra free money. So I started a blog called How Does She with 2 other friends. So there's 3 of us total in there, and that's kind of my playground, and has been such a learning experience to build a community. So we started building this community and tried to figure out how we could make money off of it, and then money started coming in just through affiliates, and then we decided, hey, let's start doing our own affiliates, and then it finally grew to where I started another company called pickyourplum.com that also started very small in the garage, and then we now are a multi-million-dollar company. We have a 30,000 square foot facility in Layton, Utah, and have about 50 employees on that company. So we started out small, growing this community, and then the community helps support the e-commerce, and then we pull in other bloggers to help support the e-commerce business, all while still growing the blog, the howdoesshe.com blog.
So,
Like that.
Yeah, it's great. So you've done it. Not only have you done it once, you've done it again, and you're looking at how you replicate that model. And you are very much about building a community around the business.
It is. It's really about building a community. You want to get loyal followers. You want to get people that trust you. And then on the flip end of that, you've got to be able to provide a product that is solid, that is good. If you're just sending out junk, you're going to lose your credibility very, very fast. So on the Pick Your Plum end, I've learned how to travel to China, get manufacturers. My college degree was in math and science, so I taught junior high and high school. So completely opposite than traveling to China. I don't know any Chinese. But I've learned how to do that because I knew my customers wanted a good deal, a good price, strong quality products shipped to them quickly. And so this is how Pick Your Plum came to be. And then we focus on the e-commerce side of that on Pick Your Plum. And then How Does She is a separate business, and that's still a mom blog. where we sell ebooks here and there on there.
Okay, great. We're going to come back in a second. A few shout outs. Thank you for the positive vibes on the beard, Matthew Albright. It's always good. And Tanya says, such an inspiration. There you go.
Oh, it's all right. Let's be best friends on that one.
Yeah, this is great. So we're going to come and ask you some more questions in a second. Travis, as we're getting back in the groove, shall we do the weekly tips first?
Certainly.
Let's do that. So this is for people who are in the academy. And we still got the level 1 community going, even though I was gonna kind of like phase things into the other. We still got that going, and then the level 2, 3, 4 are all thriving, and we've got more level 5 people arriving. So if you want to know more about the academy, then ask me about that. And Travis, do we have those? Have we got those presenting to everybody? It says I can't. There we go. Number 1. So this is for people in level 1. Find communities you relate to. Build relationships with the moderators and active members. This is a good tip if you're in level 1. Go and find those communities, build relationships. Okay, tip number 2. A good reputation arrives on foot and leaves on horseback. Take it slow, keep it steady, build relationships one person at a time. Level 3 tip. Don't overcook it. You'll know what that means if you're in level 3, because by that point you're looking at personal brand building, social SEO, community management, and page management. Level 4, you may find a shift of perspective when you ask yourself, am I buying or am I helping in this situation? The other question is, am I selling as well? But am I helping is a big thing, and that's what you want to be looking at when you're building your content. And in level 4, we're helping people become authorities. Number 5, this is a tip for people in level 5. We've all got to do this. Stop micromanaging. We've got to have faith that the people who we are working with are perfectly capable of doing what they need to be doing. So there we go. So that's shout-outs, or the tips for this week. Thank you very much, Travis. We'll come on to the... do you know what? I've missed Travis. I haven't seen him even in the flesh for 2 weeks. We had such a crazy time together.
Crazy is not even touching it, Mark.
We should be.
What? You cut up. What? Say what?
I know. It's okay. It was just sharing the love. Right, back to Alison. And please ask if you've got questions. And Tanya's delighted that you're now BFFs. So Alison, let's talk about the how does she bit first. You got 3 people together, and let's look at some figures. You mentioned the success on Facebook. You gave some numbers. What have you got for traffic levels, and what have you got for all that sort of stuff in relation to that one?
Okay, so Facebook has been phenomenal. So in August, our blog was getting about 800,000 hits to the site every month, and due to Facebook, we now are getting about December we hit 5 million, and then January is a little bit slower, but I think this March will be back up to 5 million again. It's all. So 5 million.
So you talking page views, or what is the 5 million?
Page views.
Page views.
Page views. Yeah, and our goal on that one is to make it $1 million company this year. So, and we do that through affiliates. We do it through on the sidebars you can see the real estate. We sell the ads there, and that's how we do it. We have a team of about 12 people now on the site that work for us and put their heart and soul. And I like that one tip that you brought up. You can't do it all. And I don't remember exactly what it said, but you can't do it all. You've got to focus on your strength and then hire out. I can't run all these businesses I'm running without the amazing people. Oh, it was micromanaging. It was the micromanaging one. You're almost there. Yeah, so don't micromanage. You hire the best people that can take control of it and own it, and then you reward them. And they're going to be so much stronger and a better employee if you don't micromanage.
And it's interesting you picked up on that one, Alison, because that's the strategic one. That's the one that we call it level 5, is when you're able to get out of doing the things that you were doing, you're able to have a team. On the way up. You weren't born successful. It's been a journey. I mean, you're at a point now where we're telling the story, and that's great. At what point did it start to become a little easier?
when I figured that out, when I came in and said, okay, I don't want to micromanage, but if I'm not going to micromanage, I need to hire the best of the best people. When I started How Does She, I personally was working about 10 hours a day, all night long. I had 3 kids at the time, and I was pregnant, and it was just killing me. And we had to figure out, okay, what can we do to take off a little bit of this time? I still had to do the grocery shopping, the laundry, everything. And it was just too much to manage. So that's when we decided to hire our first blog manager, train her. She is phenomenal, absolutely amazing. And that took off a lot of load. But we went through a huge hiring process. We just didn't hire the first person that came along. We wanted someone that was capable, someone that was smart, someone that was truly passionate towards her job, and then someone that's loyal. And that we've still got her on board today. And then the same thing that happened with Pick Your Plum. I was sleeping at the warehouse. I saw my kids, my family, maybe 3 hours a day because I was working the other 21. And then I knew it came to a point where, okay, it's ready for an CEO. So I hired my CEO and said, okay, you get this. I trust you. I'm not going to micromanage you and step in. I know your qualifications, and you're going to do a great job. And so I think it is, if you are too controlling, you can't grow. You'll kill it so fast. You've got to be able to let it go. But when you do that, you have to hire amazing people. And then if you don't, you fire them and get them out and start again. You've got to have good people.
Let's talk about culture.
Okay.
And what is the culture that you tend to engender both internally and also then in terms of the broader community?
So culture, they're a little bit different because a blog versus an e-commerce site. E-commerce, I've got warehouse workers, I've got a bigger crew down there. So we'll talk about the blog first. Blog is mainly, we employ a lot of moms, and it's called How Does She for a reason. How does she? It's not how does Allison. It's not how does Missy or how does Shelly. It is how does she? How does she deal with children running around? Or how do you make a good dinner? How do you sew? How do you do this? And so we try and get an environment to where moms come and they're like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. That's so great. And then we post it on Facebook and say, hey, we've got this great recipe. What other chicken recipes have you tried? And then we'll take that and turn their comments into a post and say, guys, look at this post. Look at all this information that you've given back to us. And so we kind of organize their thoughts over there. We've done that with like cold sores, how to get rid of a cold sore, just random things that mothers need to know how to do. And then the warehouse environment, we're working with all different genders, all different ages, all different things like that. What our culture is there is we try and make it an environment of learning, an environment of success. So we know we're going to make mistakes. We've shipped out blue when it should have been red, but we learn from those mistakes and then we try and go bigger. So it's kind of a culture of learning down there and growing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about search engine optimization, Google Plus type stuff. Where are you at with search? I mean, I know, look at your face. I know you're talking about Facebook, you get a lot from Facebook. That's in social, isn't it? So what about search? Where are you at?
Okay, so you are going to laugh at me because, Martin, you know how I feel about Google Plus. And everybody else that doesn't know, I'm still trying to learn it. I feel completely lost. Martin's the only articles we've read out there that, I don't know. It's just confusing. And actually, Missy on How Does She is over that. And
don't say I'm the only one you've read and it's still confusing. But you were being so positive earlier. You were like, you're the only one that understands it. You didn't say that. You could have said that.
Well, I don't know who's listening. I don't want to offend anybody.
Right.
Anyway,
but you don't get it yet. That's the thing. You've had great success on the one page. You've got Pick Your Plum. It's got lots of followers, but you're not kindling the attention. You're not building the community actually around it, which is the thing. But I wasn't going to go that way. What I wanted to do is just go. Are you getting lots of traffic from search already?
We're not. I know.
So, that's the thing.
We're not because our community is so strong that. And we're trying to get into it. We're trying to learn it, but we've got such a good community. And it's not just How Does She. We are working with other blogs where we promote each other's items. And the other day, we had such a big day from another blog posting our stuff that it crashed our site. I was on the phone with the hosting company saying, help, get this site back up, get it going. They got it back up. And so we try and promote each other. And then by doing that, we get a more viral link. And then it just spreads out. So there's a group of us that all get together. We post each other's same article, so Facebook notices us, and then hopefully we can learn how to get it SEO optimized so Google can recognize that, and then it will just start growing. But it's based on our community, and that's how we have done it.
What software are you using to organize that?
Honestly, it's just Google Docs.
No, that's cool, but you're using Docs. Okay, that works.
Yep,
no,
we love Google Docs. Go Google. Yeah, we love Google Docs. And we make our charts on there. We say, okay, this is the post that's gone, has 2 million hits. Let's get this one out in our community. And then we just push it that way. And that's how we do it. We look at Facebook Insights. Missy's now researching the SEO a little bit more. So we can push SEO. And like I said, we've been doing this 6 years, and we're just digging into SEO right now.
Because when you were saying things like how to get rid of a cold sore, things like that, it's like, well, that's just, if you're getting the traction, you should be getting search results off the back of that, and also video content.
Yes, we are pulling in more video content. Wait, say that again?
Yeah. So all that to be done, but the thing is, okay, numbers of people. And then we're going to shout out. How many people do you have, when you say the community, how many people are in your sort of like close-knit community?
What community are you talking about? Because each, like How Does She has its own community of followers, but then we also have our bloggers, and then we have Pick Your Plum.
Let's go to the bloggers, the ones that are helping each other, let's say, or that sort of thing. Are we talking hundreds or are we talking thousands? That's what I'm getting at.
I think I have about a couple hundred close blogging friends. Close, I mean, they're all over the United States, but I know I can reach out to thousands of bloggers and just say, hey, we've got this going on or this going on. We all support each other. That's what is so amazing. That's what's helped grow Pick Your Plum. When I started in the beginning, I said, hey, blogger friends, I'm going to start this business. Can you help support me? Absolutely, absolutely. So they all started just promoting it, and then that's how it started to grow in the beginning. And then vice versa, when they have a company, How Does She is one of the first bloggers on board saying, let me promote you, let me promote you.
Cool.
So in that type of a community, we know that if we support each other, we're going to grow so much faster together. And we're actually doing an Instagram push right now where we've gained about 1,000 followers just in a day by doing that. So there's 10 of us that get together and we just share each other's sites, and then we've all grown about 1,000 followers. And I started in June, and I'm at 21,000 followers now on Instagram. And so by combining our efforts, we just grow so much faster together.
Working together. Very, very good. Love it. Sheila Hensley, level 5, that is. Just so you know, that's level 5 stuff. Google Plusy stuff, type stuff. That's level 5 language, and we don't get to it later, don't we? Sheila's in level. So, let's do some shout-outs. Alison, this is great. And I can see people, and good to see Matthew and Layla. And Tanya, the beer's not getting its own page, but thank you for the thought. Travis, shout-outs. Who we got? Let's do it. Hal got in touch with me. This is, I don't know if he's a cadet or if he's completed his level 1 yet, but Raymond put this together, who's my assistant, very quickly this morning because we had contact by LinkedIn. Cross-platform connections, everybody. Very, very powerful because sometimes it displaces you into a different space. And just like Alison was talking about Instagram a second ago, if you're not following me on Instagram yet, then at Martin Sherv, you get to see me doing ridiculous videos. A bit different. So great that we're having a conversation earlier, Hal. And good to connect there. He's in level 1. Peter, he's on the event thread. You're the Trailblazer Cadet we're going to shout out to in level 2. Peter and I mentioned before, obsessed with curry. In fact, Peter, John and Jen here, there was meant to be a Vindaloo. Everyone's now got a competition of how strong a curry can I do. It was like a far last night. It was delicious, but it was very hard. Anyway, so myself and Peter are curry fans. In level 2, Roxanne. We had contact with Roxanne this morning. She is about halfway through her level 3 and doing great. Well, doing some great stuff. Amazing things are going to come out around TED Med that Roxanne's going to be doing later in the year. So well done to Roxanne. If people want to tag the people I'm shouting out to, that'd be cool too. And Greg. Greg has been really, really good support and really appreciate everything he's doing on LinkedIn and also within the community on what we're doing on the sales side of things. He's been very kind and very supportive. So I just want to say thank you. And there's a shout out for Greg in level 4. There we go. Good to see you all. There we have it. Back to Travis. So, Alison.
Yes.
Let's talk about what's next for you, because you've got all this stuff going on, but you're very together with it. You're at a nice point, it seems.
Yeah. 2 years ago, oh my goodness, I was showing up in my pajamas to the warehouse because I'd only had 2 hours of sleep. Yeah. And I think that when you are in the very beginning, you have to put everything into it to make it get to a level to where you can hire people. I think if you are just, just like, side job, whatever, it's not going to go as well. You have to throw yourself into it. Now, if you have a full-time job and you still want to start your own business, you can. Put your kids to bed and stay up all night. I did it, and with 4 kids. And so you've got to give your whole soul and your whole passion to it. And with that in mind, it's got to be a business that you love. If it is on something that you totally just, you just do it for the money, you don't do it for the love of the company that you're building, you're going to get burnt out quick. My passion is I am an absolute cheapskate. That is the truth. I want to know how I can get it for the cheapest without having to go Black Friday sales. If you've ever been to like Walmart on a Black Friday, oh my gosh, no, that's not my comfort zone. So then I'm like, okay, what can I do to provide the opportunity online, the excitement of it, getting something for so cheap? And so that's how Pick Your Plum was developed. And then I started looking at distributors around here, and I'm like, these prices just aren't it. So my passion, being a cheapskate, I flew to China, which is a lot scarier than going to Walmart, but I flew to China, learned how to do it, and so then I can offer my my customers the best price ever. Like, I know I've just got these sitting right here. They're holding up my computer a little bit. These paper plates, just a cute selection of paper plates that we designed. We were selling them for 99 cents, and they're strong quality, cute designs, and they had matching everything. I went to a couple of the other stores. They were selling them for about $3.99, $4.99 a pack. And so I know by doing this, we cut out the middleman, and that's my passion. That's what gets me up every morning. Where can I find the best deal? How can I help? How can I pass these savings along? And that's my motivation, and that's what really keeps it rolling. And then my community feels that. Hey guys, look how cheap we found this. We're so excited. And then they get all excited, and then they text their friends at 7 a.m. before it all sells out. And then a lot of our products will sell out pretty quick in the morning.
Wow, cool. Now, I mentioned about affiliate stuff before because your model, so if people bring individuals to your site, so they could be using ads, or they could be using social, they could be using email lists or whatever, you so have
share of how does she, right? You're talking how does she now?
Don't know which one.
The blog.
Do you have it, but so on Pick Your Plum, you don't have an affiliate thing?
Oh, okay, yes, we do, but it's different.
Okay. How does it work?
Okay, so with how does she, we advertise for a lot of big brands, and then we run the CPMs on the sidebar, and then every once in a while I'll have an advertiser come in and say, hey, we put this on Facebook, and we do it every once in a while. We've kind of slowed down on that a little bit. But then on Pick Your Plum, we have the affiliate program. Down at the bottom, there's a link that says, we'll give you a special code, and then we'll give you 10% of the sales. And we've had bloggers make pretty good money off of that. So that's the affiliate side of it. And then this is secret stuff that I'm going to release right now. It hasn't been announced to the public yet. It should be this week. So here's a secret. We're going to let other vendors sell on Pick Your Plum and give them a spot to be able to sell their products. And then we're actually going to ship it out for them, so they don't have to worry about packing or customer service or returns. We'll take care of all of that for them. And that's going to be announced later this week.
Wow.
So excited.
So that's like you're doing an Amazon type model.
Yeah. Yeah, but it ships out. Everything will ship out from our warehouse, so we can make sure the quality is good, customer service is good, the shipping rate's good. We just want to be able to provide a top quality product at a steeply discounted price.
Awesome.
I know. Do you have anything you want to sell, Martin? Travis?
Maybe, I don't know. We'll work on it. We'll see if you're watching, if you've got anything to sell. I know you're watching this going, oh, we don't know. I told you, like Alison.
I have a quick question.
She's got a very different perspective on online. Yeah, do it, Travis.
So do you also deal with like, or did you mention artists? Do you do like people's individual art and whatnot, or is it more like?
Yeah, we just ran a fellow's art. It was like abstract Superman type things, and they sold out so fast. It was amazing. So you have to go through a buyer, and the buyer will say yes or no. We kind of know our audience and what they'll buy, and of course we like to try new things to make sure it works. But yeah, our prints went really well, and the seller was very, very happy with it. So Travis, I expect to see your artwork soon.
Well, I do video, but not necessarily. I have a lot of friends that are painters though, and that do really incredible art. And they actually, they have a hard time deciphering or figuring out what platforms to sell their art on and whatnot. I mean, do a lot of your customers do just like your one, or do they also outsource and like do it on Etsy and stuff like that? Or
yeah, they'll do it other places too. We just want to provide the best experience for a seller that they'll get anywhere else than they would get anywhere else. And that's one thing that makes us so different is we want to make sure that our vendors are super happy and they can live life. They're not up till 2 in the morning packaging boxes and trying to figure out tracking codes and customer service and things like that. I mean, there's enough drama in our lives to have to figure out a tracking number for someone. That thing that just popped up, Sheila, thank you. That was cute. Now I'm distracted. Okay. You're not supposed to pop those up while I'm talking.
I'm doing it. Well, I think this is great. So you're offering a service not just to the purchasers, but also to the vendors, and that's going to extend out. That's really what's going on. That's Pick Your Plum.
Yeah.
Great. Now we're in the last 2 minutes of the show. Go on.
All right.
Yeah, it went quick, didn't it? Didn't it go quick? So, we're going to come on to AlisonJPrince.com in a second. Travis, we normally do spam of the week, but I can tell you there was nothing. In fact, some of the spam there was nothing that was even vaguely appropriate for spam of the week this week. So we might have to leave.
Do you read your spam?
Huh? Well, no, spam communities. We have this community. It's hilarious some days what you get. Because we got, yeah.
That's fun.
So, I don't know if we got a picture of the spam of the week. Alison.
Yes.
AlisonJPrince.com, because that's the other thing I want people to know is it isn't only Pick Your Plum and it isn't only How Does She, it's also you, and people can go to your blog. So what will they find if they go there?
So I just started that about 2 months ago because I've had a lot of people say, hey, how do you do this? Hey, how do you do that? A lot of friends, a lot of neighbors. And so what I am doing, I'm in the process of doing, is creating a database. Do you want to do e-commerce? Do you want to do blog? Do you want to do marketing? And for them to figure out what they want before they come really to me, because my time is valuable. If I've got any extra time, I've got 4 kids and a husband, I want to spend it with them. And so if I can help them figure out where they're going with a site that's got resources and links and information, then when they come to me, then I can say, oh great, this is where you are. This is where I can help you from now on. And so it kind of helps funnel their vision of what they see up here to, what would be on a computer and what we could do on the internet with it. And so that's what I'm building. It's just a resource place. And then eventually one day I'll have some programs, but I want to make sure that I've tweaked it and gotten it almost perfected before I release that, because I want the people that I deal with to be successful. I don't want failures. I'm going to work hard to make sure they're successful.
There we go. And there's a few questions which I'm going to ask Alison to come onto the event. We want to bring her into the Google Plus community and the Plus Your Business community. So Peter and Roxanne, everybody else, let's see if we can get them on the event thread after. Thank you so much to Alison for taking the time out today. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks to Travis for all of your handiwork. And thanks everybody for watching, to Peter and Roxanne and Tanya and Sheila and Mary. Thanks for putting everything up on the screen, Mary, as well, which is great on the shout-outs. And to Matthew, to Layla. Good to see you all. See you in the communities. Thank you again.
Thanks, Travis.